but not for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you're not mad at me?
No. Not mad at you.
You don't hate me?
I don't hate you.
You can hate Mirandel all you want, you can kill him for all I care.
Well, I guess we'll see what
It
he...
would be better, Cereviv. On the other side, Cereviv will be fine. Look at me. I look horrible in my best clothes because of these chains. They're steel. I can't even break them off if I wanted to, if I tried with all my fucking might. I have, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
I can't because I covered everything, but... torn myself up a bit trying to get these things off.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Oh, come off.
So that would be what that jingling was.
I wanted to run away. Yes.
Oh.
For now I've tucked them into my shirt, but when I run... I'll show you. Watch me, listen to me go down this hill. I'll never be able to sneak again, you know.
Ah! Oh, you snuck up on me.
You're so funny.
I know.
I missed how funny you were.
Arn doesn't get my drow humor.
It's a good thing I'm around again then.
And how around are you going to be? I bet they keep you under a pretty tight watch now. In fact, you had a guard with you most of today, didn't you? Don't.
What's that key for?
It belonged to someone else. We don't know what it goes to.
You made fun of me keeping a locket and you've got a key around your neck. Interesting. Don't give me that look.
You still have that thing I gave you before we went into the mines?
I do. But it's not with me.
Oh, don't worry about it then. Yeah, I know, I get it, it's fine.
I can go grab it.
No, it's... If Arn sees me with it, he's gonna wonder how I got
I'll
it.
give it to you in the morning. Say you fucking found it up your ass. Doesn't matter.
You specifically said that I shouldn't even
Plan to
look at
speak
you.
to On too. I plan to speak to On as well. Alone.
Yeah, you might
Without
be...
my dagger.
You might fare better with, without Mirandel too.
I'd fare better without Mirandel in general. But
Oh, we're still clashing heads, huh?
we have to choose our battles.
Trouble in paradise.
Trouble in paradise. He is not paradise. He is a desert, dry, unyielding, boring, plain and flat.
Yeah, I worked with him
And
for a while.
dusty.
Yes.
I want to bash my head into every single piece of wood that I see. Working is not my thing. I don't like this. I have to wake up in the morning. I have to do my hair differently.
Yes.
I can't wear tight leather. Like, what the fuck do they expect me to wear? That burlap sack of a dress? It gives
Apparently
me
so.
a rash on my...
You are just in the wars, aren't you? Poor Drow.
Shut up. You're not better off. Probably you are.
I don't have chains around my neck, metaphorical or physical.
It's kinky, isn't it? Like a dog.
Yeah, I'm into it.
It's gotten even worse. They're actually connected now.
Yeah.
Back to my neck, so you could grab it.
I could.
You could. I don't think you're into that.
Haven't seen Cade.
I did miss you, I meant it. Not worried about Cade.
No?
Cade's probably fine. Better off. Without me manipulating him. Using him for his safety.
Yeah, you did a really number on him.
Bet I did. He's not the first.
Won't be the
The way
last.
things are going here, he's not going to be the last either. Yes, but, Kyler, what you shouldn't be worried about is that I only mess with men that are useful to me in ways that will make me more powerful.
I guess I'm ruled out then.
Others are for fun, because I genuinely care about them. May not be the same type of care that you sentimental creatures up here hold for each other. But although you may not be able to get me out of any bad situations, you are one of the people I was hoping would have made it out. But it seems like you've all made it out. Which was a part of the plan.
The plan?
Yes, we leave the Dryad. She gets the rest of them through without folk knowing. Seems to have worked.
Well, he probably knows now.
Aaron was fine with taking the flak then. Yes, we'll see if random tragic events start happening around you. Then we'll know. If he knows.
So what's keeping you?
Here? One of the reasons. Just walked in. A lot of you. I wanted to wait around and see you'd turn up. It's been 5 fucking months I had given up already. How long have you been here?
A while. It moves. Time's weird here. Everything moved really fast for a bit. And stayed a while outside. We had to get our way into the city. Lost everything, as you can see.
That's why I couldn't tell you were here. This is my first time out of the walls. Actually.
But that feels nice.
It's hell in there. I want to run off into the woods and not come back, but Mirren would be dead.
Oh, you didn't care about Mirandel. Oh, you said you can kill Mirandel
I
for
don't
all I
care
care.
about misplaced anger, Kyler. Have you ever heard anyone project their frustrations?
Never.
How many people have you heard me say I want to kill, but I haven't?
I can't even count that high.
Anyway, Mirren is a partner. But
Another means to an
he's
end?
expendable.
Yeah.
He's an idiot, unlike you. He's going to flub up. The wrong person's going to hear him. He has the thoughts in his head, but when he puts them on paper, they're fine. Putting them out of his mouth, he sounds like a right fool every time he talks. One day I'm waiting for someone to pull a sword on him and just swing.
You might not have to wait much longer with everything that happened. And if he's going to be venturing out into the
people that do.
into the lower city, if the thieves groups don't do it, then someone else might.
No, he's not that stupid.
Are you sure?
We know the city. Yes. People that are going to kill him is probably someone he cares about. But he's fucked over. I'd say just let on do it. Set it up for him.
Mm-hmm. And then he ends up captured again.
You wouldn't believe me if I told you killing Mirandel is not a good idea.
So what is the play here then, Sarah? What's the goal?
Wait until the Empire tears this place to shreds as well, and then hopefully next time we actually make it out together. That's the plan. To survive in this shithole. Fishbowl once again. At least it's bigger. There's a lot of things hidden under the surface and in the shadows.
Kind of my element.
Things I think you might be interested in.
Things I am interested in, yes. I've been...
Really? Do tell.
I've just been keeping my ears open. As I'd always do. Laying low.
As opposed to closing them.
Oh yeah. You can fold. Have you seen how much I could fold over? Ow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So you two are going to be dabbling into the...
I was gonna ask if you wanted to... Never mind. Maybe another time.
How vague.
I was just gonna ask if you wanted to spend the night out here under the trees, because I don't want to go back into the fucking castle. God, I hate it in there so much.
On would
Thought
know
I
something's
wanted to
up.
live in high luxury.
Yeah, well, how's it feel? Confining.
If I could pick any other outfit, it would be wonderful.
Is it just the outfit? Is that all you're bent out about?
It's really just the... I fucking hate that dress so fucking much. As much as this place sucks, it is an opportunity to grow. Especially for two like us.
There's a lot can be done here.
There's a lot of... Yes. You can't even see it all. It's underneath.
I know.
You won't really catch me speaking to many people during the day unless I'm wearing this. I'll usually be more active as myself around this time and when it gets dark out. So, I ignore you in that stupid get-ups. No, I don't mean it.
I'll only take it personally. Don't worry.
You know just what to say, Kyler. I'm really happy that you're here. You're probably the only person that I smiled when I saw them. The others were... Nope.
Apparently Ann said when you
Especially
saw
Taylor.
him, you eyes wide 180'd and ignored us.
I saw On and... I got scared.
Scared?
I did not want... Yes, I did not want the impression to be... Look at me, flouncing around in my little dress. I'm a pot of Adwick now. What? I'd rather speak to him as myself. Not wearing this fucking get-up. It is all a get-up, by the way.
Well, if you step out of the shadows with that, I doubt he'll be, easy.
What?
Looks like you're probably
don't
gonna
like
mug him or something. I like it. It's my style, I like it. But Ann, if you just step out of some random alleyway... Ann, I need to talk to you! He's gonna be like,
Well, then
fuck
maybe
no!
You can take me to him.
I'm not meant to be speaking to you, or even looking
You're
at
not-
you.
Allowed? What, he's your keeper now?
I said I wasn't
He
meant to
tells
be.
you what to do.
Doesn't Mirren tell you what to do?
But do you want to? I have to listen to him. I'm a slave. What's your excuse?
He's my father.
Maybe not today.
See what
Probably
happens.
have to approach him myself.
You might get lucky. Haven't...
It's been a while since I've been lucky.
Hmm?
It's been a while since I've been lucky. My luck ran out when I lost you guys back there. Now I'm basically a prisoner.
I mean, but... You're a prisoner for a courier. Now you're a prisoner for, like...
Courier that rubbed my back and made sure I was asleep before him every night. As opposed to where I sleep now, which is alone.
I have a bed now. For the
You
first
offering?
time in years. I mean,
Are you offering?
as long as you don't mind Arn in the other corner of the room watching.
I can probably get a quickie off where he stabs me in the neck. You think he'd go for the neck, the chest, maybe the face?
I think he would just go for like an overhead cut and just kind of.
Chop me fucking
Yeah.
in half.
Still haven't seen another drow. Not that I've been like looking, but I don't know. I guess I hoped I'd find one.
Been around Mirren for so long with the way he acts, sometimes I think I'm rubbing off on him. So I might turn him into one.
Into a drow?
Take a bite him. Yes. You don't know, it's transferred through bites.
Is it?
I could probably fix your problem by biting you.
It's my problem.
Only partly, though. What do you mean?
What's my problem that needs to be fixed?
I forget, you don't think it's a problem. I digress. Your human side.
Mm. I'm not into biting anyway.
Whatever. Everyone's into biting. Either they haven't experienced it yet, or they're into it.
I missed your sense of humor.
Good. Crack jokes all the time now.
I bet
for inflating my
Mirren
ego
loves that.
even further. Oh, he hates it. The one thing I get out of the day is aggravating him. Tears. Come here, Sarabeth. Don't go out there, Sarabeth. Watch your mouth, Sarabeth. Don't talk like that, Sarabeth. God, I'll just fucking stand here and smile and wave like this.
I can see you doing that.
Fucking hates place. No! I'm a fucking warrior, for fuck's sake. They got me flouncing around in a poofy dress with a corset. And I'm wearing pantaloons under it. The puffy fucking underwear that fucking ugly human bitches wear for their kings. Yeah, I have to wear the whole fucking thing. And I want to cry. Every fucking day. It's like they're slowly transforming me into one of them. Oh, I fucking hate it, sir.
That might be that goal.
Yeah. Rather kill every single last fucking person in this city or start walking, talking, and acting like them.
You know anything about the Empire?
They are still coming. The East has been destroyed. Completely.
I figured.
Bedford is gone.
Kyler, can you
We
hear
haven't
me?
heard it.
Hello?
I'm not going to intrude on your privacy. You're obviously having a conversation. Listen. If you feel you're safe, I'm going to go back inside the walls. I have to attend some business with your father.
Yeah, I feel pretty safe. Thank you for checking up.
Okay. Come home before the gates close.
Oh shit. They closed those?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Please don't prove me
We
wrong.
should start
I am
having that
safe, right?
menu. Took my knife. You wanna pat me down?
Tempting.
Good?
Flicks your forehead.
Scar on your...
Yeah.
Scar's odd character.
I have a lot of character then.
Just gotta get you a symmetrical one. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Gotta get you another one on the other side, though. You're uneven.
Is that what you're gonna do? Yeah, take a razor to my eye.
Not unless you fuck hit me first. Then maybe I will. think you're gonna like Adwick. Did you figure it out?
I'm picking up a few things. It's very much my element.
And you can help me. Not as attuned to the lower areas as you are.
Early
Maybe
days,
once
yeah.
night falls, we can go on walks.
Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna need some extra clothes for that. And these are gonna be a problem.
I hold them when I walk sometimes, but I can't hold it when I'm running.
Or climbing.
Or climbing. It'll be alright. I'm tired. Should head back in.
Yeah.
It's getting late.
Shall we? What's that pose for?
I was stretching.
Not been doing much, running and stuff, have you?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Why?
No reason, just... nothing.
Why?
Nothing.
You can't just say that randomly and then not have a reason for saying it. Why did you say that?
You just... I don't know how to say this politely.
What?
I don't know how to say this politely, Sarah. And I'm gonna say this while I still have your dagger. But you're like... thicker in certain areas. Have you noticed that?
My legs have always been like this. I just wore leather pants. You know how long it took me to get into those every morning? Sometimes I just didn't fucking take them off. I had to do the whole jumping maneuver like that.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Could have helped me. Well, could have helped me.
You gonna headbutt me?
Yeah.
We're being watched.
Can I have my dagger? Am I being watched? Jesus Christ. I will hit you.
Shoot.
Right there.
Drops it, sticks it in the ground. Pat pat.
I'm not giving you the fucking satisfaction of me bending over, you freak.
Evening, Tang.
Tang.
Evening. I'd suggest getting inside.
Yeah, we were on our way.
There we go. My eyes are up here. Purple man.
God, that's infuriating.
How the fuck do you think I feel?
Chained. Tug tug.
Watch when I jump. Can't do anything. I can't do shit. Unless I hold them like this. But then I don't have a free arm. And it doesn't work when I run.
It's quite detrimental.
Oh, very major detrimental. I bet it's like a minor or some shit.
It's only minorly detrimental to you.
Only a little. My seductive charm gets me through a lot more than these chains ever could.
Me too. Though the chains usually go on after.
Yeah, who have you been seduced lately?
Who have I been seducing? That's a topic for another day.
Yeah, list them all.
I simply don't have time.
Is there a
Oh.
wait list? Do I sign up?
No, we want to know what the one on the left is. I know the one on the right is the mini dungeon.
The one
on the right is the guard barracks. The one on the left is a storehouse.
Wait, so
There
the
you
one on
go.
the right is the barracks. Okay, it's not the mini dungeon. Interesting. Okay. Okay, but thank you. Just wanted to know.
Should separate now.
Sergeant, can I ask why is there so many people near the main gate?
You're ashamed to be seen with me.
Well, they had a question
Well, I just want to be able
about
to get
the
to
mini
Arn
dungeon.
before he
So
sees
how
us
is
together
it?
and explain it, because there's Haskell 100% told him. So,
Were you asking about a dungeon?
might be able to put you in a
No,
better
no, I was
position.
not. I just want to know what it was.
What does that mean?
It's good to see you again.
Come here.
It's good to see you too.
Handshake. Just thinking about just kissing you, but too much.
I'll be careful.
Have a good night,
See you
Sarah.
tomorrow, maybe.
They're up on the walls.
Good night.
Oh, I don't think I'm allowed up there.
I got an idea.
No, you're not. But maybe there's still something. Okay, I love
Alright,
your
Mr.
club. It's
William.
like
Explain that in
expert
a
class.
second. But
Well,
I
it's
got
so
an
quite
idea with
funny.
what's it called? The hell was I gonna say? Since Percy's a quiet type.
Oh,
After you.
Excuse
was
us.
any trouble?
And I told him I would be coming back to you. Speak of the devil.
Just a drow, not a devil. You'll never.
I'm
Stay
Kyler.
away from that.
Yeah, I didn't really have much of a choice.
I already told him. He already knew I would.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't have a choice. You went off to talk with her. Of course you had a choice.
I was looking for Maya at the time. She gave me a dagger. I thought I'd at least hear her out, and if worst comes to worst.
She's going to try and manipulate you, Kyler.
I know. She already told me bullshit about Mirren knowing that the Dryad was gonna save us. I know. I'm not being stupid, Alan.
Let's hear what the boy has to part with. For the risk, there should be something. What have you gleaned?
The Empire's still on the move, apparently. Everything to the east is completely destroyed. That's true.
I knew that.
Mirren is thinking he can smooth things over, but apparently Sarah doesn't really care if he dies or not. She hasn't seen Advisor Fulgrith since they first arrived to the city, which would mean Mirren probably hasn't either.
That's because he's a Lord Fulgrith now.
Yeah.
Probably
I'm going to
acting
go
as a
ahead.
regent to the king, even though he's of age.
Haskell pulls out a small coin purse and sets it down. I was hazed today by the mercenary company. I was given one of the most ridiculous jobs I've ever had, with a lot of risk. That's 35 copper. Don't ask, I'll talk later. I already pinched 15 out in order to feed myself for the next day.
You sure?
I'm gonna leave you to your son. I think you need to speak with him privately at this point.
I agree.
Uncle.
I will protect you.
Thank you. Kyler puts 7 copper on the pile with him.
You have to be careful.
I am.
You say that you are, but you're vulnerable.
How?
Do you mean how?
How am I vulnerable?
You showed as much the first time when I looked like I was going to leave. I'm not a fool. She sunk her claws, and deep. Made as much clear to me months ago. Something like that doesn't just fade.
They weren't as deep as I was letting on, for what it's worth. It's about playing her game. That's how I saw it. That's why I called.
How do you know you're not?
How do I know I'm not what?
Maybe if she was just trying to see if she could lure you away. Get you out of eyesight.
That's why I took her daggers first.
See how much you'd comply. Maybe it wasn't to kill you, maybe it was to see how much you comply.
I was careful about what I said. She asked if I'd seen the Dryad lately. I said nope.
Concerning that they would want to know that.
It seemed to be relevant to the conversation we were having. It didn't seem like it was a pressing thing she was looking for, but you know her.
I don't like this. We're in possibly the worst position we've ever been in. We have no help, no friends in the guards, no weapons. Everyone's scattered, barely able to eat. If they decide to finish us off, they can.
If they wanted to finish us off, they would have by now. They hold all the cards,
Exactly,
right?
which is why it's even more worrisome. They still need something. They must.
Niren seems convinced he can talk it out with everyone. Just fucking chill.
I won't let him.
I didn't think you would.
The fact that he even has the balls to think that he should be able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, always has been kind of
We've
stupid.
lost everything because of him. Our friends are dead because of Mirandel Thessalor and his fucking sidekick. Everything that we cared about, or that we had tried to build upon, regardless of where we came from, he tore it down brick by brick, chasing a fantasy for some lunatic with power. And he gave us no thought, Kyler. Seravith is the same, but she's worse. She'll look you in the eye and stab you in the heart. I've watched her do it to you, just not physically. They will look for any way, any gap to tear us apart. And I thoroughly believe that your greatest safety right now is that I'm not going to let her sink her claws into you. I get it. You're capable. I get it. You can think. But it's different when someone's hammering it home and saying things you don't want to fucking hear. Morgrim. Terek.
Don't.
Karina. All of them. They were my friends too. You have to go with me, he said. Otherwise, Fulgrith will kill me. He should have died. But he's so much of a coward that he paved the way to his safety with our friends' corpses. I said this to his face, Kyler. Everything I'm saying now, 5 months ago, I said it to his face, in that wretched hole in the ground, where I lost probably one of my best friends. I told him that he's a backstabbing coward, and I cursed him for admitting it to me and not telling anyone else. Because I couldn't tell anyone at that point, because morale would break and we never would have made it through the fucking cave. I had to carry that stone in my gut. Everything we lost up to that point is because of Mirandel.
I'm not saying he's not the
Some of
enemy.
it helped it all along.
I'm saying they're not the enemy at all.
I'm beating it into your head, Kyler.
I'm aware. I've had
It's not
5
enough
months to think it
dislike
over.
them.
I lost nearly everyone because of them, Arn. You don't think I don't know that? I see them as the enemy.
Then we get our answers.
Yeah, and what's the fucking saying about keeping your enemies close? Think, Arn. Think.
I have been. Again and again. And there are tons of things that I would have done by now if it did not mean putting you at risk.
Same
I
to
would have
you.
already made my move. I'm sorry.
For haven't done anything.
When I take the time to think about the big picture, your life should be so much fucking simpler than this.
It's never been simple. Never expect it to be simple at this point, Arn. What am I gonna do?
It should be.
You see how shit I am with a hammer? I wouldn't do that. I have no skills.
That's why you practice. Over and over again you practice. That's why you've made all those practice blades.
Yeah, none of them can even cut a fucking orange. Unless you like...
They've been getting better. They have.
The point stands, I can't have a normal life, Arn. I don't get that.
For now. For now. Right now. Sure. I'll agree. But now things are hard and you've got to prowl about and make ends meet. Sure. One day, you're smart enough to make it work. And you have a name behind you now.
Yeah.
Once it's no longer hunted, it'll mean something.
You
can make something of it.
It's never gonna be a normal life, Arn. I'm a fucking lordling and I'm gonna spend my entire life reclaiming that. I'm gonna spend my entire life building up our name. So, I'm always gonna be pushing, I'm always gonna be doing things. It's not gonna be normal. I'm not gonna be a tavern owner or a seamstress or working in the mines or anything like that. And you know that, because you've been doing that your entire life too. It's never going to be normal anymore. I don't get that. And I understand that. And I knew that was how it was going to be when I asked for your name. I'm not looking for a normal life. I'm just looking for one.
What I'm trying to say is I'm sorry I can't give you more. I don't have much. Yeah, I know. You don't understand.
That's the first bed I've had in years, Han. Since back in Gradia. I must have been 20 last time I slept in a bed.
Kyler.
You've given me everything. Don't say that you haven't given me enough. I asked for your name because the only fucking time I ever felt like anyone was when you called me your son. So don't say you haven't given me enough. You've given me more than I deserve. So...
Right. Stubborn as always.
Yeah, I get it from my dad.
You'll understand when you're a father. You'll always want to give more than they could ever possibly imagine. Yeah, great, you have a bed.
Okay, then. Always sounds different because I put the,
But you deserve more.
I put it through RTX voice.
You're talking in Discord.
That's all. Should eat before it gets cold.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you know how much they're charging for a fucking meal in the tavern? It's a fucking ripoff. It's like 15 copper for a meal. You want a glass of water? 10 copper.
Yeah.
Yet I can eat cheese for
rough.
8. It's weird. But yeah. Just don't worry so much. I know, I get that you're frustrated and you're scared and you're just trying to protect myself and everything, and you know, we know what she's capable of. You know. But what else are we gonna do? Just hide up in our little forge, you know, forever? We need to at least know what's going on.
Someone's knocking.
Ooh.
Good to see you, Kyler.
Hello.
Kyler,
Hello.
go eat. I'm sure you haven't yet.
Lucian. What the fuck?
You know, I had this conversation already under different circumstances.
What do you mean?
Well, when you are a lord, most of the time you designate responsibilities to those who serve your house, your most experienced bannermen, or, for them to learn, your children.
Delegation. You taught me that.
Delegation, that's
Yes.
right.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's a difficult decision. It's one thing to lose a loyal man. It's painful, and there is guilt to it, but They knew the cost. When it's your own blood, it's different. There was a problem at one point. One of our villages. And, obviously you never have enough men to patrol everywhere, and ruffians will pop up here and brigands there. What I tried to do is I tried to appoint magistrates in these villages to look after their own, and I gave them the permissions to raise their own militias. Autonomy, if you will. That way they were able to train and defend themselves, and I left a sergeant at arms that would make his rounds amongst the villages and train them, keep them safe. What I did not know was for a time one of my magistrates was not exactly who I thought he was. And, to cut a long story short, he was cutting deals with some of these brigands and forcibly assisting them and giving them goods and people, mostly women. Now, because of the way the system was in place, the magistrates were supposed to be the ones that were able to tell me. So if it was more than they could handle, I would respond in kind. I never heard. I did not have time to look into it. I had a kingdom to serve. So I sent my son, my oldest. First I wasn't sure about it, but he was eager, and he looked good in his plates, and he knew how to use a sword, knew how to ride a horse. Took 20 loyal men, rode out to the magistrate, about 3 days away. You can imagine my discomfort when I heard nothing for 2 weeks. Pascal and I immediately departed, as I had feared the worst. My gut had served me right. The magistrate had ransomed off my son to these brigands. They were going to try and use him as leverage against me. Try and gain land. But I not arrived there when I did, I would have never known where he was. He had not been taken away yet. I was in a cell outside. The bottom of it filled with refuse and waste, as they left him in there for a week or so. They had beaten the living hell out of him. Pascal and I killed every last man that was there. But I realized that I had let him go too far, too soon. He was a good son. But he just did not have the experience to be aware of what awaited him when he arrived. And for that, I almost lost him. I just don't want that to happen again. Because in a place like this, I'm not going to arrive in time. I don't have men to call to my side. I don't even have my sword anymore. I'd come, I swear it. I'd grab my hammer and I'd come looking. But if I ever seem hesitant, that's not because I doubt you, my boy. Not for a second. You're a smart lad. You survive things no one should. I just don't want to lose you. So please never think I'm doubting your ability. I'm not. I'm just a regretful old man.
I'm sorry that I worry you.
Of course you worry me. You're my family. My only family. So if you're going to do something like this, you ought to tell me everything you do so I can work with you. So I can help. If you're gonna ride 3 days away and take care of something for me, I'm coming with you this time.
Yeah.
That's all. Just wanted to explain my behavior. But don't you think I thought my boy was foolish? That's all.
The only thing I want is to bring honor back to our name. And I can't do that if I'm dead, so... Plus, I'm your best bet because I'm going to live a very long time, and I'm going to have lots and lots of kids, and it's just going to be awesome.
You say that as a joke, but it's true.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm still kind of coming to terms with the idea of actually having children.
It's not hard.
Well,
You learn a technique to it.
having kids.
Making them.
Well,
It's a thing called a mating press. I'll have Haskell tell you all about it.
I don't know if Haskell is the right person to ask about a mating press, I don't know. He would accomplish
Probably
that.
not. It's usually the reverse for him. Given the women he likes.
I haven't asked about this yet. I don't know how weird of a topic it is. There's never really been like a Drow lord, has there?
A Drow lord.
At least not
Not that
above
I've
the
known of
surface.
in my lifetime.
Yeah. Is that gonna look bad? It's gonna make you look bad?
Can I look much worse, Kyler?
When we pulled you out of Fulgur's chambers, you looked a little worse, but...
I suppose. The world's changing. People are still stuck in their old ways, but I've seen far more people be accepting of those they usually wouldn't and working with those they usually would scoff at. I think that would be Let me be honest. I think some people might try to kill you.
Oh no.
I think some people might try to speak out against you.
That's never happened.
I know. No experience in that. But I think others would rally to that. Especially those who remember what Giwen used to be. Wasn't perfect, but they were not treated like second-class citizens. Nor elf, nor dwarf, nor drow. If anything, that's a legacy that Giwen had. Much like Gradia, but far more laws. Less bandits.
No pressure.
No pressure at all.
I mean, we're at rock bottom,
You
right?
wanted pressure. If I had something for you to manage, you would be acting as my steward. You'd be managing all the taxes, you'd be riding around collecting them, you'd bring an entourage with you, you'd be training with the local guard, you'd make sure that all the settlements were up to snuff.
Aren't I a little old for that, though? You know? I'm like 80, I'll be like retiring soon. Fuck. I just be that one lord that just kind of, you know.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of those.
I know. Maybe I'll be more like kind of American one day. I walk into a room and everyone's like, "Whoa."
The Lord Commander.
Yeah. But not like his rank, but like that sort of like posture that he has. You know how he just kind of walked into the room and everyone was like, "Oh," you know. Maybe I'll be like that.
Well, no, I was too busy getting my ass handed to me by the local blacksmith, if you remember.
Oh yeah, you weren't there the second time, were you?
No.
Fuck. Yeah, he choked me.
In fact, you never told me anything about it. He what?
Yeah, he picked me up and... yeah, it was a whole thing.
Alright then. Well, you're alive.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I assume your meeting went better than I would have expected, since you're alive.
Yeah, it kind of just fell off, to be honest. There was like this whole thing of like, is Godfrey a traitor? Is he not a traitor? But then he showed up at like the last minute and we realized that he wasn't like a traitor kind of thing. And it was like, you know, weird.
I cannot even begin to fathom. So I shan't. Good.
So what's the plan from here?
In regards to?
Well, you're gonna have a conversation with them eventually. One of them's gonna approach you.
Try and get a hammer across his forehead. That's my plan. All jokes aside, he needs to pay for what he's done.
Yep.
It's one thing to be a coward, Kyler. But he lied, manipulated, and cheated his way into where he is now. And he brought us all down there knowing we would die so he could escape. That is a betrayal.
Yeah.
We have all risked our lives for him. He needs to die. He's a threat. The how, I don't know.
That's just what I was processing. Need to be an accident or something. Because the first people that they would look for would be us.
Therefore, it can have a connection to us.
Yeah.
Wait here 1 second.
Mm-hmm. I haven't even eaten today, guys. It's like 4 p.m. Haven't eaten. Last thing I had was dinner at like 7 last night. Well, I don't have time to eat. I wake up at 8, the meeting starts at 8:30. And then I'm in VR until, 5. Just don't have time. They're looking at this stew. Uncle?
The door opens and closes. Kyler?
How are you doing, Skull?
I'm well. I just finished my supper and I helped out Lucy, and apparently they're waiting for an axe haft and then they'll be fine enough to complete the order. I wanted to let you know that I'll be leaving sharply in the morning. You will not see me tomorrow.
At all?
At most, you might be lucky in the evening.
Very well. So be
That
it.
should at least help a little bit. That'll keep you for a day or two.
That's the hope. I'll be working as much as I can on the next few projects that come our way.
Your son made a request with me. I obliged. I will be using perhaps a little bit of what comes in to see if I can procure him some form of knife. Likely won't be a dagger, but if it's sharp and it's metal, it should suffice for now.
Didn't you get a dagger?
No.
Must have misunderstood you then. Very well. Sounds good, makes sense to me. We'll have to try and arm ourselves soon. For now, I want you to carry at least one of the spare blacksmith hammers. It's something.
I can do that. Alright, let me leave you to it. Good night.
Someone was
As
knocking
well,
on the
if you
door.
need me, I'm right next door.
Someone knocked on the door. They came in, but you
I
didn't
will
hear
go
him
check it out.
because...
I'll take a look.
There. I just went out to look.
It's alright.
Watch him think you've been taken somewhere.
Imagine him coming back in and we're all just dabbing, just BAM! Oh, there he is.
That's why that was so confusing.
Sorry, streets are very active at the moment.
Just saw a brass skull.
So I stopped by. Just a lot of
Unfortunately, they're going to wander around all they want.
Hi.
Well, hopefully she'd remember to put my money that I won from the fight into that protection program. Oh, so I'm off their fucking list. If not, then I'm gonna have to go personally.
Did
As I
you
was saying.
receive that payment for that axe head, by the way?
No. It's still waiting in the forge. It's inside his crate. It has not departed.
Very well.
He's going to leave it there for now.
Okay. You were going to say something?
I was just saying, good night.
Good night, Askel. Take
Good night,
care.
brother. Good night, Lord Asel.
Good night, Uncle. Speaking
How
about
did we do it, Kyler?
luck,
How did we do what?
I'm not talking about living, surviving. I'm just talking about everything that's transpired in the previous 6-7 months. Despite all odds, despite everything, the things we've seen.
Well,
Things
we
we've
wouldn't have had to
endured.
survive half of them if we didn't follow one stupid fucking elf.
Right about that.
I suppose that part's on us.
remember this?
Right.
Still have that, do you?
Of course, it's fucking useless with this massive ass crack down here. I don't think I could get a swing out of it. But I don't know, maybe we could repair it and
It's something
melt down the metal or something.
That's something that could be repaired. Problem is, materials and material cost.
Yeah.
We have, what, 75 copper since they charged me to come in and out of the city.
I was working my way
And
through it.
then the brass skulls want 1 silver by the end of the week.
Just been thinking about it
Pretty
a
sure
lot.
taxes are coming up.
Yeah, even that. Look at that. It doesn't even.
Just needs to be sharpened. It's all.
Yeah, and fix that crack. Just reminding you that I had it. I wanna forget about it.
Keep it safe.
Under my pillow.
Well, it'll make a good shiv in case someone tries to stab me in the middle of the night.
That's the plan.
That way you can say it was put to good use. Oh, and a question for you.
Ask away, brother.
How do you know when it's been enough? How do you know all your efforts being put towards something? Do you know when there's a limit to it? Do you know when... if it's going to turn out the way you want, or is there a foreseeable way of knowing your actions are not really worth it in the long run?
Do you think I'm the person to ask?
Well, you're here, aren't you?
You also know where I come from, don't you?
Yes. I've done some things arriving here. Not bad things, necessarily. Just...
It's only bad if it's done with ill intent.
It's difficult to trust anyone now,
Of course it is.
after what has happened.
We've been betrayed time and
So
time
don't-
again, and the one person that we elected to give strength and power to, the one person that we all vouched for, the one person that we turned to, used us as fucking fodder to get what they needed to where they are now. And they're either so smug about it, or so fucking conniving, that they're here trying to do it again. At what point do we say that we're the problem and they're not because we keep letting it happen?
I didn't get me to discuss Miranda.
I know. Well,
I'm worried things I put money towards or trust into will just come to bite me in the ass, much like he did.
it's possible.
There are those I need to protect, but I can't be everywhere at once to make a living.
I hate how this sounds, Balo, but who's left that you need to protect?
The Holly Carvers. I made a stupid, probably really stupid decision for a 31-year-old Bjorning, but
And that was?
I made a vow. A promise to the dead.
As someone
It's
who
getting
makes
hard to
people
keep.
take vows, I can tell you, yeah, those are pretty tricky. Especially if you have a sense of moral and obligation. What did you promise?
I promised friendship, protection, being there. The group. When in need, I'm there, but I can't. I can't be everywhere at once. I can't run long distances. So I pay off the gangs. Keep an eye on things for me. But even then, I feel as if they're not doing their work.
When someone is given a mission, a quest, a job, or made to make a promise, and nothing else, and then they fail, that is not their fault. When they are given a quest, or a mission, or a job, and they are not given the tools they need to complete this, it is not their fault. However, it's at that point you need to ask yourself what is acceptable to do in order to accomplish that which you vowed to make happen.
I'm gonna take a walk.
I consider myself, of course.
Oh, I say a bloody thing down here.
You're Trident, are you?
Was it you who were whistling?
No. You looking for someone? There was a man that just ran past. He didn't see me, though.
He was toying with me. I assume you are not the person who was being an asshole then.
No, I'm anything but,
You
I
are-
assure you.
You are Drow, no?
Mm.
The purple skin?
Mm-hmm.
Apologies, I cannot see like you can, so I will likely have to keep the light on.
It's okay. It's
Not
not
that
as
I can
bright
turn
as
it
the
too
torches.
dark. Fair enough.
You're a
This is more natural, that
long
is.
way from home, aren't you?
Indeed I am. Although technically so are you, no?
I don't really have a home, but I see what you mean.
Neither do I. So I understand. I cannot go back to my home. I do not belong here, but I also do not belong there. I do not belong anywhere.
Just so far
And
from
what
the
about
ocean.
you? Yes, I am. It is not a place I want to go back to. Not that I would be welcome there.
No?
But I assume you also probably would not be here if you could be welcomed back to your home as well. I don't think people like us would willingly be in a place where they are racist to us. Not
Yeah.
to mention, in my case, landlocked.
Suppose that's true. So what, a runaway? A rapscallion?
A runaway is not a good way to put it, but I guess
A swim away?
you could say that. A swim away. In a way, I ran away, but it was more so because I had to. I was outcasted and left. Sorry, I'm trying to turn the light on so I don't make you too blind.
No, it's fine.
Right now I
It's...
can see you. Fuck, that's an issue. Okay.
No,
never
just
mind, I
turn
have
it
to
up.
back
It's
on.
yeah,
I
that's fine.
apologize.
It's...
Yeah, it's just way too dark. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's of course. It's better than a torch anyway.
But that is fair. But no, well, in Triton community, when you are outcasted, you are sent to the lost cities. If you are unaware of what those are, they are these old Triton cities in the deeps of the ocean, where the creatures of the deep dwell. Creatures the sizes of palaces. Ones you do not want to ever come in contact with.
It's terrifying.
Indeed. I try not to think about it.
All the monsters here are usually
scary.
that side of the walls anyway, so...
I see. Unfortunately, that is something that the Tritons share as well. You cannot go anywhere without having people of royal bloodlines being cocky. Anyway, I was sent into that ocean and left for dead because I slighted a member of the royal bloodline, or as so you would call it, the council member's bloodline. And left for dead. No one comes out of the lost cities alive, so I cannot go back. What about you, Drow?
Just
What brings you above the ground?
doing my best to survive in a place like this. It's getting late. Maybe you should retire.
Maybe you should as well.
I will
Are
be.
you expecting someone, or are you just sitting out in the dark alone for any reason?
Had to take a lap. Started thinking about some
You
things.
had to take a lap.
Yeah, I was just getting cooped up.
That's fair. That's what I was doing. That's understandable. It's hard to sleep when you're got things on your mind, no?
Yeah, that's the
Anyways,
point.
I will leave you.
Stay in the light.
My name is Rilin.
Rilin.
I cannot leave it, unfortunately.
Right. I'm Kyler.
What
Pleasure
was
to meet you.
yours? Kyler. Pleasure to meet you. I prefer not calling you Drow. It's not the best way to talk to people, no?
I'm used to it at this point.
Fair enough. Good night, Kyler.
Enjoy your walk. You notice Sneaky as you look up there. Stay out of my way.
I don't know in what capacity I could. But I will help you if I can. Just as you have your charges, I have mine.
Tyler.
Of course, he's my son. I protect him with my life. Just as you do the Holy Carvers.
There are
If I can help you, I will.
hooded figures on the rooftops outside, watching.
I know, that's why I came here.
Yeah,
But they watch you come inside.
they were on top of this roof, yeah. They were watching me for a while.
They were watching me earlier at the butchery. They'll probably hear from me. Please. As long as I get
I'll
back
walk with
home,
you.
I'll leave you alone. Right. I won't ask too much of you.
As I
but
go.
company is appreciated.
A big man, an old man, and a
Baylor.
big strapping drow.
Right.
They'll never think twice.
After you.
Yeah, I'll just go out first. Thanks.
Right, I live in the poor district, so...
Do you?
Yeah. It's
We
worse
should
than
see
my
about.
old hovel.
We should see about you maybe moving, huh?
Ah, well... barely. Like 20 coppers a week. Places so affordable.
Fuck's sake, lad. I'm
Hmm?
not the dark. Christ.
Smile.
Go on, fuck off.
Fuck you.
This
You have a good night.
Dunstead guards that carve any cocks and
Yeah.
do it.
I'll piss on all walls.
Seems like there's enough of that in here already.
Yeah. I've got Kyler watching from the shadows. Sure you make it back safe?
Make sure to lock your door. Huh?
With a rope. Right.
We can get
With a
a
rope.
lock made at some point.
Don't bother. Probably gonna get robbed tomorrow. Okay.
Me too.
Nothing
I'll
in
stand
there.
here too long.
Nothing but ashes. Alright. Take care of yourself. Good night.
Right.
Well,
Take care.
what do we have here?
Greetings.
Good night.
Taking a stroll. Good
Just
night.
about to go to
Baylor.
sleep.
I see.
Good night.
Well, you two friends.
We've done work together before. I'm the forge master.
Ah.
risk.
Yeah, it's easy to get lost here.
Not without the boys.
Oi, was you just in that building there?
Hmm?
Made us think there was a fucking fire.
I apologize. No, there's no fire.
My bad, lads. All good. Be about your business. Go on, fuck off.
I don't
you
get
two.
paid enough.
Thank you.
Well, there is no fire. There is no fire.
False alarms. Some idiot in the house with a
You got me stand the fuck up and run my ass over here.
You got me posted over by that storehouse, right?
Next time you give me false information, I'll deduct your fucking pay.
Oh shit. Okay. Well.
A fire. Great job.
Don't fuck right up.
be here.
Is he just walking around?
Don't make a sound. I don't know how you saw me in the dark. That's kind of weird. You don't have dark vision, buddy. But go ahead.
Edward just told me to follow.
Edvo knows you don't have dark vision.
Edward just told me to follow.
Sure. Okay, what now?
Oh, wait, did you actually take him prisoner?
They don't have dark vision, dude. I'm sneaking.
Oh.
Oh, they have prowler potions. That's their whole. You're specialized for this. That's the reason you work at night.
Right, so I would have noticed that they're like
call
actively
serpents for a
watching me in the shadows then and not.
Yes.
That would have loved to have known.
You would have noticed.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay, well, I would love to have known that before I snuck up on them.
Over here.
No.
For now, just for this time, you are free to go, Lupus, because you did not know. It's not fair for you. Oh. You guys probably need to fight the basketball.
And fuck my major, I guess. Well, I guess I'm just gonna... That's fun. I'm assuming Brund, like, Arn is asleep, right?